afternoon and thank Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for another Foundation Gratituesday webinar. I am very excited for today's guests. We have Sarah Jennings and Stephanie Kramer, and they are both founding members of our newest fundraising program, the Women's Giving Circle. Just a couple of things that I wanted to go over, as I do usually. So feel free to ask questions in the Q&A box. I'm going to keep track of all of those, and then we'll answer them at the end of the presentation. And also, this webinar is being recorded, so we will share it on our social media accounts, and you'll also receive a copy in case you want to share with someone who may be interested in learning more about the foundation or our campaign for care. And if you want to learn more information about the campaign for care, please visit our website. It is mglcampaignforcare.com. With that, I am excited to introduce our foundation vice president, Lynn Griffor, Stephanie Kramer, and Sarah Jennings.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you very much. And thanks everyone who's tuned in today. I am so excited to talk about the new Women's Giving Circle at McLaren Greater Lansing. Today I am joined, as Nicole said, by Sarah Jennings and Stephanie Kramer, two women who not only share my enthusiasm for this program, but have been supportive and encouraging from the very beginning when this was still just an idea that we had. So really excited to talk with them today about this new initiative. Before we do jump into the purpose and the process of the Women's Giving Circle, I would love it if each of you could introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about you, your families, your connection to McLaren, and of course, why you thought it was important to become founding members of the Giving Circle. So Sarah, can we start with you?
Thank you. And first off, thank you so much for having me here. This is an exciting day. So, yep, my name is Sarah Jennings. I'm a partner with Maynard Costerison that's headquartered here in Lansing, and we are a CPA and business advisory firm. My role there is external facing, I guess, is to work with organizations related to financial oversight, strategic direction, internal controls. And then I also, within our firm, oversee our community engagement initiatives. And I'm connected to McLaren Greater Lansing as I am the foundation treasurer. Related, I do have, I live just north of Lansing. I have one son who's 11 years old. So related to philanthropy, it's really important to me that he sees an example so he knows what he's supposed to be doing going forward. I've been super excited to get in kind of on the ground stages of the Women's Giving Circle. So I've been, to be honest, I would have been engaged anyway. I just got to be part of the founders because I was got the notification from being on the board. But I definitely think that philanthropy is something that's important to me on a personal and a professional level. Personally, I just feel blessed to be able to have opportunities to give. And beyond that, it's amazing to be able to coordinate everything that Maynard Costerison does. We've got the same goals in mind. I mean, we've been around for 100 years, and we've talked recently that we all give individually. And in the last 4 years, we're actually coming up on our 4th year anniversary of our day of impact. So it's the exact same thing. It's realizing we all give and how impactful we can be when we give as one. So that's why I'm just incredibly excited to be part of this initiative. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. And we're glad you are here. Stephanie, could you tell us a little bit about you and your connection to McLaren?
Sure. Thank you also for having me as well. Very excited about this new Women's Giving Circle. My name is Stephanie Kramer, currently an empty nester, former teacher, and current volunteer at St. Gerard's School. Very blessed to have parents who set an example of giving and supporting community charities and events. And I'm really blessed that my husband and I are in a place where we can help McLaren. I have 2 college students and 1 recent college grad who we just moved off to Chicago. And my connection to McLaren, my mom has a history there, and currently my husband, Pete Kramer, is working on building many things for McLaren around the state, but especially this new exciting Greater Lansing Hospital.
Wonderful. And I guess just personally, I'd like to thank Stephanie and her family. They were the first 3 people that we met with when we had this crazy idea, and they really helped us to kind of narrow our focus and kind of land on the program that we have now, which I believe we're going to build into a great success. And thanks to Sarah, who not only jumped on board right away, but has been so great about sharing the word through her entire network and inviting, her close friends and colleagues to join as well. So thank you both for that. With that, I will just give a little overview of what the Women's Giving Circle is. Our idea is to bring together a dynamic group of women to both identify and support new programs at McLaren Greater Lansing and in our community, primarily focused on women's health. And by becoming a member, by making an annual donation of $1,000 to $2,000, we also have a young professional category that's $500 annually. You become a member of this Women's Giving Circle, and you will be invited to 4 exclusive meetings per year, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. And you'll have great networking opportunities. You will get to, meet and spend time with women who are shaping the future of Mid-Michigan. And then you also will have a vote in how we allocate the money that is collected through all of our Women's Giving members. So by making a $1,000 to $2,000 donation, you're going to get to see projects that are tens of thousands of dollars come to fruition because of the collective strength of women in philanthropy. And so that is just something that I can't wait to see come to fruition. One of the things, as you can probably tell by my enthusiasm, that really resonates with me with this model is the fact that it does highlight the collective strength of women in healthcare, and women make many healthcare decisions, just like many other decisions in the home. Is there something, Sarah, that resonates with you that gets you excited about the Women's Giving Circle model?
I completely echo what you said. Definitely with the healthcare decisions, there's so many things that go on, but even beyond that, I mentioned earlier just the impact of a group gift, of a group give. That really gives me goosebumps, because it just gives, it just allows for the impact to be seen much, much quicker than giving alone. The other thing that I love about this model is it's twofold. So in the community, you get to know people, you build that culture, that community of giving. And really, if we're trying to attract talent to the Greater Lansing community, if we're trying to attract, people, different businesses, entrepreneurs, they want that collective community. And philanthropy is part of any community. So all of those things, I just think this is great. Obviously, the new hospital being right at the middle of it, or helping to launch it, doesn't hurt anything, but it's exciting to see how we'll move forward in the future.
Absolutely. Well, I mentioned earlier that becoming a member of the Women's Giving Circle, you will be invited to 4 meetings per year. I just wanted to kind of touch base on what those meetings look like. One every year will be an educational meeting. So we will have relevant and practical health and lifestyle topics affecting women specifically. We will also have an inspirational meeting once per year, where we will have a dynamic female keynote to talk about topics that will both inspire and educate the women that are involved. We are going to have a social meeting every year. So this is going to be a very casual meeting with a fun and interactive experience. I know wine tasting comes to my mind, but there's probably plenty of other things that we can do if we're all together. And then the fourth and probably most exciting meeting every year will be our voting meeting. So that's the time when we will take a look at how much money was collected throughout the entire year. We will hear from different departmental leaders within the hospital, leaders within the community, who are asking for the Women's Giving Circle to help fund a project, or the Women's Giving Circle may proactively bring ideas to the table, and we'll vote, and we will decide how that money is going to be allocated and spent. And then we just get to sit back the rest of the year and see the impact of what we've done. So that's a little bit of a look of the structure and what a look in the year of a Giving Circle will be. So that said, Stephanie, I am curious if you have, of those 4 meetings, if one of them is most exciting to you.
Gosh, well, I think first of all, those are all great ideas for all these dynamic women who are busy with many things in their lives. To have 4 meetings is, not intimidating, and will, I think, encourage more women to be a part of it. I'm excited about the education part and the inspirational part. I just think each, and of course the fun. You can't miss out on the social part of it. But I do just think it's going to be a great set up as far as those 4 meetings being something that each one will mean something as people attend.
Yep, absolutely. And one of the things about both the educational and inspirational meetings is we have so many high-level leaders here at McLaren who are women. And so we definitely have a lot to choose from when we're looking for those great speakers and great topics. So, Sarah, you mentioned you are a principal at Maynard-Costerian. And so I'm assuming this group, along with many others that you are involved with, brings you some professional opportunities. Probably the same with being our foundation board. Can you touch on that a little bit? What has being part of the hospital family brought to you as a professional?
Yeah, as a professional, it's kind of twofold. So again, in my role in community engagement, I think it's really brought clarity, I guess, around how the hospital is engaged in way more than just the people that walk in its doors, right? The hospital is the community. And I think that perspective has been amazing, just to bring our team along to that realization. The other thing that I have really appreciated, and again, not to put the new hospital project is that's just been a perk, right? So all of our, the CEO roundtables, the luncheon events, the things that we get to do so that our clients might get to know more about McLaren and introduce the 2 different communities, our client base, as well as the McLaren family, that has been amazing. Also, just like you mentioned, all of the leadership, it's wonderful to be able to meet the community leaders from McLaren and have them kind of stretch out to our partner and our team base as well.
Wonderful. And Stephanie, you have a long history of involvement with McLaren that goes back at least 1 generation, I understand. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. One of the things that my mom was involved in for many years was the Festival of Trees, which was really a community-wide event that many people look forward to each year. I know growing up, as well as Pete and I first came back to Michigan, it was just a fun social event and people look forward to it. So my mom, set that example, and I'm excited to say that she and my sisters will also be joining us in this Women's Giving Circle. And like I said, Pete's been working with McLaren for over 8 years all over the state, and it's going to be great to get McLaren's name really solid back in Lansing and call attention to all the wonderful things that this new hospital is going to bring. And then we were also lucky enough, our daughter is studying nursing, and she got to be a patient care tech this summer up north at the Petoskey McLaren Hospital, and she had a fantastic experience. So just really excited to be promoting the McLaren name.
Wonderful. Well, just a tiny teaser, you will be hearing a little bit more about a holiday program. It's not Festival of Trees in its prior form, but it's going to bring a little bit of the spirit of that event back to the community. So more to come on that. We're very excited. We've already got some great local companies involved, so we will be rolling out more information about that. So just a little teaser.
Yeah. Nice.
I also wanted to mention, we talked about the 4 meetings that we are going to have every year. To kick off this event, though, this project, we are going to have an informational meeting. That will be this Thursday, and it will be at the new hospital at 5:30. So if you're watching this live and you think this sounds fun and you'd like to learn more, please feel free to contact the foundation. We would love to have you there. We have over 50 women that are planning on attending, and I think we're going to build a lot of enthusiasm, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We have our director of the Women's and Children's Service Line will be in attendance, along with 2 of our OBGYN physicians who were also instrumental in getting this program off the ground, and Deb LeBlanc, who is our Chief Nursing Officer. So great group to get to know the program. Well, before I turn it over to Nicole to see if we had any questions or if there's any closing comments, is there anything else either one of you would like to add?
No, just looking forward to it.
And thank you to the foundation staff and Stephanie and everyone for putting this together. It's exciting. Good timing.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Well, I look forward to seeing both of you on Thursday, and I will turn it back over to Nicole.
Well, thank you both so much. I'm so excited about our Women's Giving Circle, and especially Thursday. As Lynn mentioned, we are going to have an informational meeting where we're going to hear from, quite a few people that are involved with our Women and Children's line, some of the new exciting things that are going to be coming to that department. We're meeting at the new hospital on the 4th floor. So it's going to be really exciting to see it. It's almost complete. Everybody will get a sneak peek at those beautiful labor and delivery rooms that have huge windows and great views. So we're really excited about that. It looks like we may have just gotten a question. Nope, Scott Stewart said great job and great idea, which I love. I love the enthusiasm of our board chair. So you still have time. If you are interested in attending on Thursday, please feel free to reach out. You can contact us via our website, mglcampaignforcare.com. We also are going to be having our November Gratituesday webinar with Tim Damon, who is the president and CEO of the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce. And he is going to join us to talk about transforming healthcare in our community and the impact that it has on Tuesday, November 16th at 3:30. I hope you can join us. Again, if you would like to register for that today, you are more than welcome to at mglcampaignforcare.com. Well, that's it. We appreciate you taking the time. Happy Tuesday and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.